Hey guys, so for those of you that's been wondering as to why we've not posted a video, there's been a lot going on. Number one, this is our first priority. He's 2 months old and we think that he's teething, so it's been some endless nights. Number two, my job closed down Thursday, and it was out of the blue. I had stayed home because he was sick, and she closed it down, and I had a call from a coworker that told me about it, which was fine. I was going to quit anyways because we were fixing to be moving, but I'm not getting my check for 21 days or something like that. And then the third reason, we've had issues with our apartment complex, with the managers. About 4 or 5 months ago, our bathroom ceiling got a hole in it from it raining so much. And mold started growing. They didn't fix it for like a week. Then it flooded again it was about a month ago. I'm sure y'all saw the majority of the photos on Instagram, on both of ours. And it had got so bad, it was literally up halfway the wall at the bottom of the steps. So it probably would have been up to the middle of my stomach. We had ended up leaving as it got bad, like right before it came over the wall, because where our apartment is, it's like a whole entire wall around the bottom of it to keep the water out, but it's failed over the years. That was like the 6th or 7th flood, I believe, here, if I'm right. Whenever we had left, we had took Ethan and Bandit both, which Bandit's our dog. He's a Blue Heeler Lab mix, and he's something else. But we had took both of them and ourselves, and then we tried to come back that Friday, because it did it on Thursday. We tried to come back that Friday, and the wind was so bad in Clarksville, we could not come back. So we tried it again Saturday, got down here, and it was fine. And then we had left, I want to say it started flooding again a couple of weeks ago, and we had left. We was going to go eat with a couple of our friends. We had Ethan with us. We left Bandit at home because we was going to come back and get him. We get to going down the road, and it was just, water was completely over the road, probably about halfway up the white truck's tires, and y'all know that's on a 4-inch lift with 37s. So that says a lot. And as we got through the water, I told him, I said, turn around, go back for Bandit. And we turn around and we go back for Bandit. We started coming back the way we was going to begin with. They had the road shut down. Come to find out, 2 electric lines had failed and caught on fire in front of a gas station. So they had everything closed. So we turn around and we go the long way, and we watched the current from a creek push down 2 trees and take them down the creek. And then some of y'all remember 2010 flood, whenever it flooded all of Riverside and Clarksville. Whenever we was going through Clarksville that night, the water level was up to 30. And it just kept rising. Whenever we got to my parents' house, we stayed in a hotel that time. And it was so bad that we had to pull over to a gas station and stop because it was raining so hard you could not see at least 2 feet in front of you. And whenever we stopped at the gas station, we found a hotel. They didn't accept dogs, so we went somewhere else. Well, we found a hotel that accepts dogs. We stayed one night there, went to church with our friends and everything, but they literally had every road closed in Dixon. If we would not have came back and got Bandit, there was no way that he would have been able to get out to go potty. There was no way he would have been able to eat, even though we had just fed him. Like, they had the roads closed down until after noon on Sunday, and they closed them down like Saturday morning, I think, is whenever they started closing them down because it was raining so bad. So we get back and we tried to get out of our lease. Our lease is up April 30th. We tried to get out of our lease back in December before I had him, like a week before I had him, I believe. And they told us that we had to pay for like 6 months of rent and an early termination fee plus lose our deposit. And we was like, no, we're not doing that. There's a couple of reasons on why we wanted out. One being the mold growing in the ceiling. 2, because he was going to be a newborn in the house. 3, whenever they would spray for bugs, Bandit would end up sick every time. And then the 4th reason, being the main reason, is they refused to allow us to plug up our truck. Which we have 2 trucks. We have my truck, which is the 94 50 F-150 that's 2-wheel drive. It does not need to be plugged up. The diesel truck does, but they tell us it's a tripping hazard, so we can't plug it up. So we tried to get out because of that, and because they were harassing us, they were harassing our dogs, they were harassing our neighbors about our dog. They would literally ask our neighbors where our dog was on the weekends whenever we would go to my parents' house or his parents' house, and it was just a constant. We were getting questioned. So, fast forward to January. It was about 2 weeks after we brought Ethan home, give or take. And I asked them if we could move out because they were redoing downstairs from where it flooded. And they were rubbing stuff all over Steven's truck, which is the white one. And Steven had went down to the office and she basically said, move your truck. I was like, listen, no. I'm home on my lunch break. He's at home with my newborn. There's no sense in us moving our trucks for your workers to not do their job. Which was fine too. And then we went down there again because we have many issues in our apartment that needed to be fixed. They refused. We told them we were going to withhold rent. They said we couldn't. And legally we can, but in order for us to get out of our lease, we have to pay like $1,500. We didn't have the money last week. We told them to give us at least a week. It probably wouldn't even be a week. They refused to do it. They turned it over to their attorney after calling us liars about the mold growing in the ceiling. We leave on Thursday night, I believe it was, and go to my parents' house. We come back on Sunday, and Sunday night I went into the bathroom to run me and Ethan a bath, and the ceiling was falling through again. So I called up there and I told them, I said, hey, we came home to this. Well, Tuesday they came in and the maintenance guy looked at it and he goes, without me even going up there, I can already tell you, you have mold growing. They have called the roofing company many, many times in the past month. They refuse to get back to them about it. Because all the buildings need a new roof due to the excessive raining and the mold growing in our ceilings. And he told us that in order for them to redo our bathroom, they're going to have to take all of the roof off, like all the ceiling or whatever. They are going to have to vacuum it out, then dry it out, air dry it, then pat it dry. So we're going to be without an apartment unless they do it after we leave, which is what we're kind of betting on, really. And then today they came to spray for bugs, and apparently the chemicals are so strong, like the guy was wearing gloves. He couldn't spray in here with a baby and a dog. But he checked and he said everything looked fine. And then 2 other guys, which I assume is with him or knows him or something, they work for the apartments. They looked and our window over there leaks. That one I guess the seals are busted. Our balcony door seals are busted. Our front door is literally like this. It's not like this, it's like this. And so he was looking at it today. The hinges are backing out on our front door. So whenever he replaces the bathroom ceiling, he's going to do the window because it's the caulking, and he said he's going to do the front door since the hinges are backing out. So that's a plus side to it. But the downside is all of us have been sick. Literally sick. Even the dog. Because of the mold. After they told us that we were lying, after the maintenance man even came up here and said that we weren't lying, that he understood where we were coming from. So I've called their attorney at least 4 times in the past 2 days, and she refuses to answer our calls for me to pay what we owe, so that way we don't have to go to court or anything else. Another reason why we have not uploaded videos, we are so forgetful. Like, it's been some long nights with Ethan, being a newborn. Like, his first couple of weeks at home, it was like every 2 to 3 hours at night, we were up feeding him, changing him, everything. And he was about 2 to 3 weeks old, and we finally got him sleeping through the night. And then now, last night, he didn't even go to bed till 3:30 in the morning. And we think it's because of teething, but he's gotten to where he sleeps by himself. He's really independent. He wants to do, well, what he's doing now. He loves to lay in his playpen. He loves to sit in his bouncy seat in front of the TV. He'll sleep with us if we put him in the bed, but he doesn't cry for us to put him in the bed. It's just easier at night if it's going to be one of those nights that's like every hour. But we're not allowed to work on the truck here. So that's the main reason. But I just wanted to update you guys as to why we've not put up videos, and we appreciate y'all being patient with us. Remember, we still have stickers, and we are still taking shirt orders. And as soon as we get enough shirt orders in, we will be ordering the shirts and sending them out. If y'all would like to get stickers, private message us on Facebook or Instagram, and I will post those below. Thanks.